Hi, my name is Catherine. You can call me Kat or Miss Cruz. Um, so this past weekend, I went to my sister's white coat ceremony, which, if you don't know, is basically like at the beginning of medical school, and it just kind of represents like the trust of a physician that you'll take care of your community and you have like the integrity that you'll do your best that you can, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so my sister had this white coat ceremony, so I wanted to get her a few gifts because it's a really big occasion. It's kind of like the beginning of their like doctor journey. So it's a big deal. Anyway, so I made her a few gifts. I made her a little bracelet that says Dr. Cruz, and I got her a little cactus plushie and a little cactus pen because we're from Arizona. And then I made her this like little journal of recycled paper I made myself that just had two clips that held the pieces together. And it was my first time making paper, so I kind of wanted to show you the process. I wanted to make paper for a really long time, and actually last Black Friday, I went to Michael's and bought a kit to make paper. It's kind of like a kid's National Geographic paper making kit. So here's like what the instructions look like. So, they have a little bit about the history of paper and paper making, which I thought was really cool that they had. And then they also included pulp, paper pulp. So I felt like that paper pulp was a little bit thin. So I used that for a little bit, but then I ended up making my own paper pulp, which basically what you do is take paper, so pretty much anything like I would have recycled that was just kind of like regular paper, mail kind of stuff. I'd save that on the side, and then you blend it with water, and it becomes this kind of like mushy, like kind of wet tissue paper kind of feeling stuff. And that's your paper pulp. So you put that with like the water in the tub, and I don't know exactly what the correct ratio is. I was trying to follow the instructions, but I just kind of eyeballing. It's hard to like measure paper and stuff, like when it's blending with the water. I don't know. So I do feel like my paper turned out a little bit thick.
Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
But anyway, this is the process. So you have your tub of your water and your paper pulp. And I also put flowers, kind of, extra little confetti bits that you would want in there. I had that in there too. You use this screen that I did get from my kit, but you'd be able to make this. It's just like a thin screen, and then it has like the wooden frame around it. So I'm sure you can buy it anywhere, make one yourself. You kind of shimmy that around in the water and try to move it around evenly. So sometimes you'll see like clumps and stuff coming up, but in shaking it in the water, you're kind of able to even it out a little bit more. And then when you take it out of the tub, let some water drip off of it. I was even using a sponge at times to wipe off the bottom because there's so much water that wants to stay around. And then I put the kit came with another little screen, the same material in the actual like mold thing, paper mold itself. And you just use a sponge and just sponge out the water for about 5 years. And then eventually you have a piece of paper. Now that paper still has to dry overnight, but the next day you'll have this thick, kind of fun, cool paper. You can keep the edges organic, and that's called a decal edge, or you can cut off the edges and have a straight edge, which is what I did for my sister's journal. So the cool thing about these flowers is my sister actually sent these to me. So that was really special because it's kind of cool. Like it's part of where she's from, where she's living. But then I could recycle paper and also put it together with these flowers and create something new. And she does a lot of writing and stuff. So I thought it was like a really cool, more sentimental kind of gift. And also just the gift of time and energy put towards something, I think is really valuable. So I had a few pieces that had bigger flowers, and I don't know exactly how to keep them on there, what's the best way. So far, I just Mod Podged them, and I don't know, they seem fragile still, but I guess we'll see how they turn out. I think I'm gonna cut them into a little bit smaller journal, and just see if that lasts. But yeah, that's basically the process. It was pretty easy. I do feel like the more I was doing it, the better I was getting at it. The pages were getting less clumpy. Everything was more even. It was a lot easier. It is a little bit of a process. It's a little bit of a it's a little bit tedious. It's a little bit physical, like because you're moving so much. But it was pretty fun. So I recommend try it if you can. But yeah, so then we went to my sister's ceremony, and it was just such a great weekend. And it was just so fun to spend time with my family and see where she's living now and everything. And she's just super smart. So it's really cool to see her progressing so much in her career and, see her doctor journey. It's super cool. Okay, so that's it for this video. Just wanted to show you guys my first time making paper. It was super fun, and I do recommend this. I have so many ideas for videos, but I'm also interested to hear what people want to see, and I just love learning about different things. So let me know if you have any recommendations for things that you'd like to learn about, and we can learn together. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.